Okay, store game is number 7. Okay.
Excuse me. See you later. The door has an old-fashioned lock on it. Won't open. That's probably because it's locked.
Yeah, that sounds so bad.
They're not human. Someone's been making androids. They must have switches to activate them somewhere. Damned if I'm gonna look for them, though.
Oh!
Tell me about your dandelion game.
Ah, it's brilliant. You get chased by these giant yellow weeds.
You mean dandelions are yellow? The gardener told me they were blue.
He's mad. He's not a real gardener.
Know where I'd find the old subway?
Nah, I've never heard of it.
I thought all boys were into railways.
Get real. What planet are you on?
Sometimes I wonder. How'd you know the gardener is a fake?
He's got green fingers.
That's the sign of a naturally talented gardener.
I saw him dipping them in the paint. Anyway, the plants are made of plastic.
You're a real help, Vincent.
No problem, Rob.
Don't wear out your thumbs. Excuse me. You told me dandelions were blue.
Did I? Well, what of it?
This boy assures me they're yellow.
Smart-assed little brat. All right, you got me sussed. I haven't had any formal training, but I've always dreamed of being a gardener. I love 'em, every little shrub and succulent. Those dainty blossoms waving their little stamens in the breeze.
All right, I get the point.
You won't report me, will you?
Why should I do that? Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Excuse me. What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to LINC?
I'm totally confused.
LINC is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the council, but it has gradually taken control. How and why? We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check LINC's growth, if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to LINC space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shriebman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least. Excuse me.
I'm now unstuck. Okay. I'm
See you
stuck.
later.
This is really convoluted. Oh. Oh, the courthouse is open.
Silence in court. Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence! I recognize that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins.
Howard Hobbins. Come on
That
up.
sounds familiar.
Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really.
The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Oh, intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah, monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flipping minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
Upon my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch? Very well, let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt!
Please tell the court what happened. Oh, I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? Ah, that's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now then, Officer Blunt. Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness of the complaint made against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
I don't even know how Hobbins managed to got into this mess.
Four interrogations suggest harassment.
Objection, my lord. Officer Blunt is not the subject of this trial.
Quite correct. Objection sustained. 10 points to the prosecution.
I knew I should have.
What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So, you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
Just how well do you know Harbin?
I've never met him before.
And yet you say you recognized his laughter.
I don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor.
This sounds like the incident of me, Foster tossing the dog into the pool.
I'd like to question the defendant. Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt's soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man, with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think LINC is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
What the? What is... Okay,
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sound, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh, Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the resident band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
As cool as you.
Oh!
Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything. The select button isn't lit. The green select button is lit.
Hi there. I got a tune for every occasion.
Aw, shut up. I just want to choose some music, without being hassled by a whining Wurlitzer. Long Beach.
Ouch. Just right. We're gonna be here for a while.
That's odd. It stopped talking, thank goodness. It's almost as if this jukebox can understand me.
I can. I performed a body scan when you first made contact. I know your blood group, your color size, and your sexual preferences. This information has been transmitted to LINC files. Enjoy your selection.
That's outrageous. I thought such blatant invasion of privacy only happened in major high street banks. Oh well, some music will cheer me up. You search but find nothing. Think I'll play another tune. You search but find nothing.
So we're things up for this. Oh well. There we go. Yeesh.
Excuse me. Can you match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the otodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh yes, quite considerably.
Ugh, can't believe that. Let's take game through this. Well, time to break some.
I can't reach it from here. I can't reach it from here. The grill is too firmly attached to pull from the wall. That's too big and heavy to carry. I'd never shift that in 1,000 years. The grill is too firmly attached to pull from the wall.
That locks it. Nothing.
It's an old-fashioned cylinder lock.
Someone is clearly mistaken here. Oops.
It's an old trick, but it still works. The mechanism has rusted solid. Why did I waste my time doing that? Being in this city must be cracking me up. The stairway has been bricked up.
Ay, 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 ay.
The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits. I'm never gonna be able to shift all that. I'm never gonna be able to shift all that. There's something in there. Something horrible.
Okay. Don't go near the hole.
There's something in there. Something horrible. Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable. It's warm and throbbing with a tough skin. I can't slide it, push it, or pull it. There's no obvious way of opening it. I can't quite reach it. I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster. The skin's too thick to puncture. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein. There's no way of turning it off. There aren't any buttons to press.
This looks like the same vent shaft. Incubation temperature control. I'm gonna look around first before I mess with that. Hey, there's a little exit sign.
There aren't any external switches. They don't appear to do anything.
Hello. I was not expecting a visitor.
Hey, is that crazy?
Allow me to introduce myself.
We've already met several times.
I am known as Walter, and I am the future.
You're not human, are you?
Now, whatever gave you that idea? I'm obviously not a machine or an animal. In fact, I differ little from you.
You're talking of a future designed by LINC?
Certainly. It was not LINC itself. Designed by your own fathers.
What are LINC's plans for the real humans?
We are all members of the same family. We can coexist quite peacefully until they disappear through natural wastage.
What do you mean, natural wastage?
Following the sterilization program, the old humans will slip quietly into extinction. But you need have no concern for the well-being of the human race, or for the future, come to that, since you have no future.
I was not expecting that. Oh.
Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable.
It's just me or does that change?
I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster. It's the wrong tool for the job. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein!
Okay.
The cover must regulate the heat from below. I can't reach it from here. Pulling the handle has loosened the grill. The grill will fall if it's stepped on. The mesh is too fine to get the bar in. There aren't any nuts to undo.
Oh, slot.
How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely.
Are there any other humans in this area?
Negative.
What about the guy in the tank room?
Negative. The technician is an android. I advise you to avoid contact with it.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with? You don't sound like him.
That is unavoidable. My shell has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative.
Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything. Especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck.
Oh. Just sit here and wait.
Give me a report on the tank room.
The growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source.
It's activated by the robot's presence.
It is programmed to safeguard the developing androids.
Is he dangerous?
It's certainly stupid enough to constitute a threat. The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it, they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
That will distract the android technician.
Access to the growth tanks is not possible. Access to the computer is denied.
Hello. I was not expecting a visitor. A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
Humans 1, androids 0. I can't reach the tap without stepping in the puddle. It's sticky and slightly astringent, making my fingers tingle. Never mind. The heat from below rises through that. The casing is thin, but very hard. I've got a hunch I'll need to open that. I've got a hunch I'll need to open that. That's the most secure lock I've ever seen. Whatever's behind that door must be important. Displaying some info. It's a view of the reactor. They're linked to surveillance cameras. They're linked to surveillance cameras. This monitor is switched off. You've saved me the bother of coming to find you. I should have guessed you were part of all this. Why do you think Reich had to die when he tried to kill you? Or that meddling girl who tried to help you escape? LINC needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
Get out while you can, Rob.
Stop! Tell me what you want from me!
You won't be needing this robot where you're going.
Aha! Another ID card from my collection. Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento.
I'm guessing the next place I go is...
Pressing the keys has no effect. Instant frostbite if I put my hand in there.
Where's that? There should be a... Oh!
Ha!
Okay.
The virus has caused the program to crash. Whoa! The liquid in the tank has burned my hand!
Anything else from here? I don't see anything.
Hey, wake up, rubber features! It's a fully formed android body. A computer for each of these androids.
Nothing in the cabinet. That will I... Right. Oh, there are the tongs.
The tissue is frozen now.
I don't know what to do with this.
The metal is solid and impenetrable. It must lead deeper into the complex.
What? What? Wait, huh? Wait, what?
Hey, wake up, rubber features! Pressing the keys has no effect. How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
Thanks for saving me from the android.
My actions were the only logical course. What I cannot comprehend is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human.
What did he mean by a family reunion?
Since your mother was killed, that leaves only...
My father.
You never speak of him, do you?
That's because I can't remember him.
Can't or won't, sir?
Are we close to LINC's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence in a strange and mysterious way.
Like the old man, the pictures in the campfire. He saw it too, the evil beneath the city. And then he died with the rest of the tribe.
This isn't the time for remorse, sir. You must destroy the evil and avenge their deaths.
I think you need a new name, Joey.
I concur with your observation, Mr. Foster. What do you consider an appropriate sobriquet?
I'm gonna call you Ken.
That's wonderful news, sir. Tell me, are there any memorable Kens in history? A Ken whom I might seek to emulate?
All the Kens I can think of were dorks.
Splendid! It will be my mission in life to make the name Ken synonymous with dorks.
How do you like your new body?
It's wonderful, sir. There's just one thing.
What's that?
When will I be getting the accessories?
I don't know what you mean.
Ears, body hair, those little decorative parts?
You're better off without them, believe me. Never mind. Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
That tickles. Let's try that hand sensor again.
I suggest we touch the sensors simultaneously, sir.
Hey, Rubber Man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to have a problem, sir. My hand has melted onto the door.
I don't like to leave you here.
I'll be free in no time, sir. Have you got an axe?
No, I haven't. Why?
You could have used it to sever my hand.
That's unthinkable. Still stuck?
I'm afraid so, sir. It's frustrating, to say the least.
Never mind. Completely solid. It's what keeps the pipes in place. It's supplying nourishment to that organism. That's the last place I want to end up. There aren't any controls on the spout.
Really?
Yes, I've poisoned the sludge. At last, that must lead somewhere. Much too far to jump there.
Gonna need to find something else.
Hey, Rubberman! It's a grisly thought. But maybe I can snip your fingers with these shears.
I had already thought of that, sir. Unfortunately, it couldn't be done. My skin is far tougher than yours.
Hold on here. What? Of course, you don't mention something sturdy.
Rats! I can't climb to the cable from here. This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done. Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. LINC needs a replacement for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. LINC killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if LINC wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from LINC for a few seconds. Long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
LINC has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Are you all right, sir?
Do I look all right? Help!
Mr. Foster?
Foster is no more. I am LINC. I am the future. How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
Are we close to LINC's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence. In a straight
Like the old... He saw it too, and then he...
This is... You must...
Thanks for saving... What did he say?
You can't...
I think...
I'm... That's...
All the Kens I...
To make...
How do you...
It's...
Never mind.
Okay, here we go. Take 2.
Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
Hey, Rubber Man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to...
I don't like to...
No, you could have...
That's Still...
It's frustrating.
Never mind. They serve as a ladder. liquid in the tank has burned my hand. The tissue is frozen now. Yes, I've poisoned the sludge. This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done.
Or would be the first.
Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. LINC needs a replacement for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. LINC killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if LINC wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from LINC for a few seconds. Long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
LINC has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
Sit in that chair.
Are you going to plug me into LINC, sir? I hope you know what you're doing. Something is happening, I think. Yes, I'm gaining control. I found my destiny, Mr. Foster.
Can you ever forgive me, Robert?
For letting your machine kill my mother?
Please, try to understand. It was the greatest experiment ever devised. Tapping the unexplored depths of the human brain. The potential of the subconscious mind.
You fused with this machine deliberately?
It was a well-considered plan, my boy.
Well considered? It was nothing but megalomania.
I had a dream. The fusion process was an apparent success, but the computer shared access to my human failings. It learned of greed, of vanity. It reveled in the power it wielded. I was almost powerless in the hands of this monster.
Which is the monster, Father? The computer or you?
Robert. Oh, Robert. You were my only reason for wanting to live.
Father? Father! Too late. It's over now.
About the vacancy in the sewage grading plant, Howard. Perhaps we should assign the position to Gilbert Lamb.
Hello, Mr. Hobbins.
Hello, son. What do you want?
I've come to say goodbye.
You still plan to go back to the Gap?
Yeah, I've had it with city life. I'm certainly gonna miss you both. Why don't you come too?
We got enough to do. Getting Union City back to normal.
I reckon you'll make a great team.
Will you come back to visit us, sir?
I'm not sure about that, Ken. But I'll be thinking of you. Oh, by the way, Mr. Hobbins. Here's your wrench.
Thanks, son. I'll need that if Ken gives me any trouble.
Goodbye, friends. And thanks.
Be vigilant.
Ken Love. Just think they put their own names into the game. Ah, it's looping now. Okay.